Negative 13 degrees at the airport at 7:35. Good morning, everyone. Calgary police are still looking this morning for the driver of a vehicle responsible for a deadly hit and run in our city last night. A woman believed to be in her 30s or 40s was hit and killed at the intersection of 43rd Ave and Center Street North just after 11 p.m. The woman was rushed to hospital, declared dead, though upon arrival. Police have recovered the vehicle they believe hit the woman. Investigators are encouraging the driver of that vehicle to come forward. This is the fourth pedestrian killed in Calgary this year. 3 of those have been hit and runs. The city of Calgary getting tough when it comes to the safety of taxi drivers and passengers.
I don't care how drunk you are. I don't care how much you want that Big Mac before you go home at 3 in the morning. You treat people like human beings. And I think it's important for us to all remember that.
City Council approving several fine increases against customers who don't pay and people who damage taxi security cameras. The new rules mean if a passenger skips out on a fare, that person could face a fine between $500 and $1,000. If a person wrecks a camera, the fine ranges from $200 to $700. Those new fines are being attached to the recently released taxi driver and passenger Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights, by the way, includes a list of obligations for both drivers and passengers and is displayed on the back of the front passenger seat in every taxi in the city of Calgary. Now, the taxi safety crackdown comes on the very same day Calgary police accused a man of slapping a cab driver, ripping out a security camera, and taking off without paying the fare. The alleged incident happening in April of this year. 32-year-old Jeffrey Thomas Gasson now faces charges of assault, mischief to property, and transportation fraud. A former Calgary City Councillor and member of the legislature has won the NDP nomination to contest a by-election in the former Premier Jim Prentice's riding of Calgary Foothills. Bob Hawksworth beating out Ann Wilson for the nod. Wilson, by the way, did run against Jim Prentice, losing the seat in the May 5th provincial election. Now, even though you may recall he won the riding, Jim Prentice quickly resigned within hours when the Tories were swept from power by the NDP for the first time in more than 40 years. That's what forced the by-election. Bob Hawksworth, MLA in the past for Calgary Mountain View from 1986 to 93. He also served on Calgary City Council for 23 years. No date has been set for the by-election yet, but it must be held before the end of this year. In about 20 minutes or so, federal NDP leader Tom Mulcair will make a big announcement in the city of Toronto. The party is not saying about what the announcement is covering, but Mulcair's appearance comes amid reports that former MP Olivia Chow is thinking about making a federal political comeback. Chow, you may recall, left her seat in the House of Commons to run in last year's mayoral election in the city of Toronto. She finished 3rd. Before she quit as an MP, Chow represented a downtown Toronto riding in Parliament for about 9 years, working alongside her late husband, NDP leader Jack Layton.